No, I don't. Or do it on your camera. How? So what'd you guys end up doing? What'd you guys end up doing last night, Bryce?
We actually did nothing, to be honest.
So wait,
we
you
didn't
guys
even
had
hand out
all,
candy.
huh?
We didn't even hand out candy.
You didn't even do what?
We didn't even hand out candy.
Really?
Like, we did nothing. No.
You guys live in Nashville, right? So you guys live completely in Nashville.
Yeah. Didn't do diddly jack. What'd you do? Nothing?
I'm live. That's what we do. We talk. Me and Bryce talk while live is going.
Yeah, we get some people in here, you know? No, I didn't do anything though. What'd you do?
Last night, my daughter the oldest daughter went to a Halloween party. And then after that, the little one didn't want to go anywhere because it's freezing here. I don't know if anyone's from Michigan, but it's completely freezing out there. So, I mean out here. So, you know, that's just, that's the way it went. So then,
all around the country.
What's that?
So I feel like it was cold all around the country.
Yeah, it's freezing here in Michigan. That's why, like, I'm literally said, fuck it. I'm not even gonna take the sweater off. I'm just gonna throw the money jacket right over it and see what happens. But yeah, then me and the girl, we went out to a little local pub and just had some drinks, watched some games, watched the World Series, and literally when I walked into the pub, oh boy hits I think he hit a grand slam. I don't even know. I was just like, wait a minute. I just saw the ball leave. The crowd's not jumping, so that means that was I couldn't even see the TV, so I was just like, what the fuck is happening, you know?
Yeah. Did you?
And it was literally, huh?
I was gonna say, did you play sports in high school?
Yeah. Yep. I played all the sports: football, basketball, baseball. Listen, when it comes to track and field, I was like that dude that I can't jump high, I can't jump far, I can't run far, and I can't run fast. I was like track and field is definitely not my sport because I fall in between every event. But I did join track just to travel, get out of school, right? You get out of school early, and then you get to travel and hang out with all the chicks. I mean, that's what I was doing it for.
There we go, baby. All right, let's get started then, eh?
What up, everybody? It's your boy Nasty from Nasty Sports, and welcome to what we call the fucking sports dungeon. Listen, it's a shit show. Welcome to the shit. Call it whatever you want. This is my show. This is your show. Listen, I always try to tell people this. If you're looking for ESPN, I'm not it. If you're looking for Stephen A. Smith or motherfucking Shannon Sharp, I'm not him. I'm the dude that likes to fucking have drinks, smoke cigars. Like I told you before and yesterday, what did I say? I was going to have some strippers on here, right? Didn't I say that, Bryce?
At some point, you will have strippers on.
We will have dancers. Okay, maybe we don't call them strippers. Let's just call them dancers, okay? Yeah. That's the way. I'm sure, because I already have some sponsors, and I'm sure I have Thrive Fantasy, the Picket app, and SoBet sponsors the show. So I don't know if technically I'm allowed to say strippers, so we'll call them dancers. How's that?
Yeah, professional dancers.
What does everyone in the comments say? Should we call them strippers or dancers?
Well, first of all, we got to go back to the poor Dunk Daddy 40 ounce. It's snowing in New York, which is insane.
No, yeah, it's sick. I'm literally in a hoodie here in Michigan, and the heater is on. It's freezing back here. This is literally, when I called it the sports dungeon, I had no clue that it was really going to sound like a dungeon, look like a dungeon, and now it's cold like a fucking dungeon. So
the black walls really does give it the nice aesthetic.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. I'm seeing Dropping Dots is saying professional dancers, and Longball Money Larry is saying ladies of the night.
Ladies of the night. I like that one. Remember Craig? Didn't Craigslist? Remember, is Craigslist still around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Craigslist used to have I know there's a lot of people who follow me. How many of you guys remember Craigslist where you could go to the adult section and it was just like the adult section was like rows and rows of chicks on there saying, hey, I charge, and they wouldn't even say the money. They'd just say, I charge like 10 roses or some shit. I don't remember that. It's like 10 roses to hang out for an hour. I don't know.
That's before my time.
Yeah, that's
For
before
me,
you.
for me on Craigslist, I was like looking up like fishing gear and
No.
and
No,
boats.
if you wanted to have a good time, I know there's some older fucking dudes on my show. If you wanted to have a good time, I know there's some dudes on my show that spent roses for sure. For sure. If you're following me, there's a dude on here that's fucking gave some roses to some fucking chicks on there. Anyone in the comments that remember that in fucking Craigslist? Anyone?
Someone's saying it's going to be they call them messages. They called them.
Oh, messages.
Massages. I'm sorry, I misread it. Massages.
Oh yeah, massages. Yeah, that's
so they'll charge you for a massage, a quote unquote massage. Okay.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? And guys, we're going to get into sports and we're going to recap yesterday, but there was a show a long time ago, and I think it was called like James. My buddy's here in the studio. He's behind me just scrumming around. I don't know what the hell he's looking for. What was the show called on back in the day, like Spike TV? And it was like, was it called The Man Show? Do you remember that? You don't remember. Anyone in the comments, it was called like The Man Show. And anyway, on The Man Show, where I'm going with this, there used to be a guy on there that used to come on, and he used to say, if you ever want, there was two things I always remember. He says, listen, if you ever are transporting illegal contraband, right, in a car, the number one thing you should always do is carry meat around with you, because when the fucking sniffing dog comes to the car and he starts sniffing around and they go, hey, the dog's hitting on the fucking car, they go, hey, I got meat in the car. And sometimes that sends the dog off into another direction. Now, I don't know if that ever worked. I've never tried it. I just thought it was pretty smart. What do you think about that one, Bryce?
That's not a bad idea. I mean, as one that's never transported, never been a drug trafficker in my life, but I'm young. I have a lot of life ahead of me. You never know what direction life will take you. I didn't know I'd be here.
We're in a deep recession right now, so things might have to start. If this sports gig don't work out, we all got to, it's going to turn into El Salvador here in America soon. So
still got to pay the bills, baby. It was that show had I'm being told in the comments, Kimmel and Adam Carolla. So it's Jimmy Kimmel, OG Jimmy Kimmel. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like good Jimmy Kimmel, not this like weird, I'm the political bias fucking Jimmy Kimmel. That, I like that Jimmy Kimmel. But now, and then the second thing, because they'd always have like these experts come on, right? The second thing that was the best one was that if you ever hire and you want to make sure that you're not getting caught in a prostitution ring, right? Like, you know how you bring a girl and you take her to your room, and you want to make sure, how the cops jump in from the next room. Everyone's seen that show before, right? You've seen it, right, Bryce?
Oh, yeah.
What you're supposed to do is say, hey, I just want to pay you for nude pictures. If she's undercover, now I know, listen to me. I know some of you guys still go to Vegas and call those crazy numbers. If she's undercover, it's not illegal to pay someone for taking nude pictures. And if she's a detective, she's not going to agree to it because she's not going to take her clothes off, right? So at that point, you're scot-free. These were lawyers that came on and said this. They said, always ask that you want to pay for nude pictures. If they start undressing, you're good to go. You can do whatever you want. But if they go, no, I'm not going to, then you're in a fucking sting. You got to get the hell out of there. That's a good one.
That's
Tell
crazy.
me that's not a good one. Huh?
That's fucking genius.
Is it? What's everyone in the comments saying about that one? That's got to go down in history as the best one.
Oh yeah, everyone's film it, then it's a porno.
Yeah, I don't think it's illegal to pay someone to take nude pictures or film. Actually,
right? Goods and services.
Speaking of goods, yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say. Speaking of goods and services, Nasty. I'm Johnny P in the comments is saying you're the man, Nasty. Won 500 off that Knicks game with a bunch of fire emojis. So
I fucking love it.
Going
Guys,
into
go ahead.
I was gonna say going into the betting world. How another portion of Vegas. You have two ends of Vegas. You have the end we were just talking about of Vegas, and then you have the gambling world of Vegas. How was your gambling day yesterday?
Oh, it was great. I'm going to get into the gambling. Once I go over here to camera 2 or camera 1. I'll get into my recap of yesterday. It was beautiful. I won $1,600. That's 8 units. Listen, the only ones we really lost, and I'll get into it because I really want to get into another subject real quick, but the only ones that really fucked us was Kevin Durant. I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's doing in the corner. He cost us the whole Spurs team cost us the bag, but Kevin Durant, when they throw you the ball and you're down, you got to protect the ball. He's holding it out here. Did you see the game, Bryce?
Yeah, that was horrible.
He's literally, and I know, listen, did he get fouled? In my opinion, listen, I'm not a fucking hater, guys. I had money on it. I told you guys to put money on it. I don't think he got fouled. I think they ripped the ball from his skinny little ass, and they went and he just stood there like this. Didn't even try anything, didn't try to foul him, just stood there like a superstar thinking like I should have got the call. You're a bum, bro. And once we get the fucking monster going and I figure out the cameras, we have the monster over here. Is there any way, James, I'm going to turn the camera real quick, Bryce. Watch, put it over here. Yeah, right here. Soon, look, just so everyone knows, once we get this camera shit situated, and I know we're all fucked up right now, but this dude right here, and I don't know if you guys can tell, this motherfucker's 8 foot tall. He is the fucking crypt keeper, and right here, I'm gonna take every fucking bum and we're gonna put them in here until we fill this fucking monster barrel up, and we're just gonna go through them and remember the year. So yeah, you're doing a really good job with that. Look, good transition.
Lovely.
It didn't shake.
Lovely.
But anyway, that's where Kevin Durant would be, because you're supposed to be the superstar, and I know shit happens, but that was a weak fucking play for you just to stand there, hold the ball out, let them rip it from your hand, and then just go like this. I was just like, what the fuck is going? I felt like I was in a dream.
Well, I mean, I remember when I was in 8th grade, 6th grade even.
Yeah.
My coach would tell me, never bring the ball to a corner. Don't pass it to a corner. Don't go to a corner. What does Kevin Durant do? Go to a corner.
He went right to the corner. I mean, I know what he was doing. He thought he was going to get the call, and they're down 1 with what was there, like 3, 4 seconds, 5 seconds left. It's a standard play. The refs know that you're trying to foul, but you got to play like you're not going to get fouled. It was just a bum ass. First of all, what did I tell you guys? And I swear to God, I know I've told you guys this in a TikTok video, especially TikTok. And I know someone said, hey, I used your method last night. And I don't know if it was on SoBet, but I said the NBA is so unpredictable that it's predictable. I said, what we're going to do this, and listen, this is what you should have done. I didn't have time. I wasn't watching the game, right? Because I was busy with Halloween shit. But let's say you put $200 on that game, and I told you guys to take Phoenix, right? Money line. At that moment, when Bryce, in that game, they were offering plus 1,600 that the Spurs won. You could have literally took $50. $50 would have won you $800. Anytime you see a team in the NBA this year down by 20 at half, just put $50 or not. Okay, you got to use the unit size. Do 0.5 of what your unit size is and just put it on the other side, especially if you have the money line on this side. Like, we should have won big last night. That's just me saying you need to watch your money. That was an easy way of you being able to hedge within the game, because we gave out we gave out Suns money line. Like I said, around the third quarter, it was plus 1,600. I wish I would have seen it. I would have dropped at least $100 on it, because $200. I'm willing to lose a unit or break even for me to have a chance to win if you put $100 on that, that's $1,600. Easy money. Like, I don't say do it all the time, but that was a good spot to hedge our bet right there.
Yeah, that was just crazy though.
Listen, one other thing before I get into the complete recap, and I don't want to get lost in this because I get emotional, because when I get more mad that you guys are losing money than I lose my own money, because I feel like we were on the right side. I felt like everything went right at the end. I feel like the Suns played super soft at the end there, just jacking up threes, playing nonchalant. But everyone in the comments always tells me, like, if I showed you guys my DMs of TikTok or SoBet messages or on Twitter, everyone wants to always know, and I'm going to do this for the first, I don't know, off and on the first 6 months. If you guys have any questions in the comments about my life, how I ended up here, ask the questions now, because a lot of you guys are like, Nasty, how'd you get in? What's your worst beat? Nasty, what's this? How do you do this? Nasty, what's up with the tattoo and the rooster? Nasty, what are the 3 crosses on your neck mean? Like, I get a million questions. So Bryce, I can't see the comments yet. So if anyone has a good question and you filter through them, if maybe no one has a question, maybe no one gives a shit, maybe everyone just wants money, but I don't know. But let me know in the comments, Bryce, if anyone has questions.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Anyone has questions on any of the platforms, I got eyes on everything. So
You do?
A
Okay,
lot of
good.
platforms right now, but yeah, I got eyes.
Yeah, you were asking me, Bryce. You said, did I play sports in high school? I was the quarterback in high school. I was technically somewhat of an all-star player in basketball, baseball, pretty average. You know, just a typical sports guy. That's how I got into it. A lot of people's number one question says, when did you start betting? All right, and here's the biggest shit show. How did I start betting? And a lot of you guys are gonna freak out on this, and I remember it to a T. There was a fucking guy in our school, right? And there's some people probably from my hometown watching this because I shared it all on Facebook and all that. There was a guy named Orlando McKinley. I remember the kid's name. Grew up with him since fucking grade school. In 3rd grade, he asked me, he goes, Nasty, you want to put some money? He was like kind of like the school bully, right? He was like, he didn't say Nasty. They called me Bubba, right? That was my nickname in elementary. He's like, hey, Bubba, you want to put money on the game? And I remember it was the Super Bowl. It was the 49ers were playing the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Who remembers Ickey Woods? Anyone remember Ickey Woods? Joe Montana, Jerry Rice? Who remembers those guys? Anyway, so then I told him, okay. And he says, how about $20? I said, all right. I took the Bengals. He took the 49ers. I stole $20 from my poor mother, who was working in a fucking factory probably for $4 an hour. I took $20. And Bryce, do you know the outcome of that? I fucking lost, Bryce. I lost. The 49ers beat the Bengals. And ever since then, in 3rd grade, I got hooked to gambling, and I started gambling on fucking everything. How many of you guys remember marbles? Remember marbles? You don't know what marbles are, right, Bryce?
Depends. I've had my own version.
You don't
of
know
marbles.
what a fucking marble is?
Oh, I know what marbles are. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you get in the field and you fucking shoot marbles, and I mean we started gambling on that. We started gambling on who can on kickball and fucking recess and anything you could bet on, we were betting, and that's how that whole city and my little generation were betting on fucking everything.
Now, are there multiple people from growing up that still gamble? Like yesterday, who was it? What was his name?
Jason.
Rain Man.
Jason. Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah.
Is he like someone that you grew up with? Like, are you guys?
No, I met. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you still have like people that you grew up with that gamble still with you, or like still keep up with you gambling? And
there's like about 5 guys that I still talk to, and guys from especially the military, college, all that. I mean, yeah, we still do our thing.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's my biggest, the beginning was I lost $20 in the Super Bowl, 49. I think it was 1987. I mean, as you might have to fact check that, but I want to say 87, 86. So that's a long fucking time ago.
That is a long time ago. I do have one question in the comments over on Kick. Tanada Mick is asking one question. What do you mean about membership for parlays / bets? I believe he's talking about SoBet. So maybe just take a minute and talk about SoBet.
Yeah, SoBet's really simple, guys. It's a platform that is like it's / media content / so it's influencers that all join one platform. Remember, so you have handicappers, you have influencers, you have array of different guys that know sports, right? So they try to get them all under one umbrella, which is called SoBet. Like myself, I joined SoBet. I'm part of SoBet. So I bring all my members under that umbrella. Well, you get to see all my picks, my plays, anything that I do. And I'm probably, listen, this is what I do. And there, the link's up there on the, you could click that little link right there on the screen and it'll take you right to my page. And we pride ourselves of just charging $10 a month. And that gets you the initial, like, get to see everything, right? Now, some people have like a VIP within SoBet, which is maybe a little bit more. It's nothing crazy. It's like, mine is $25. But what I do, I'm different from everyone, is that I still give you the same plays as I do in the regular for $10 a month. It's just in the VIP, I might put, like, if I put $400 on this play and I show that ticket to everyone in the general chat, then I might go to VIP and drop $1,500 on it to show them that I really like the play. So that's really the bonus right now. Later on, I'm gonna do educational stuff, a bunch of other stuff that when we start doing events, if you're VIP, you get to come into the events, no questions asked, and that's just being part of the, or like when I start, like we got the merch out. I haven't even dropped it yet because we've been so busy, but there's boxes of it just sitting in the back. Like these hoodies are really nice. They say Nasty Nation, slip in to cash out. But basically, in a nutshell, $10 gets you basically all my picks and plays. And the one thing that I pride myself on is being completely transparent, because I send you my bet slips. I place the bet and I send it to you and say, this is what I'm doing. If you like to do it, then do it. If you don't do it. So that's what, so for $10, you get a little bit of eyes on somebody that's been doing it for 28 years. That's it.
Yep. And then Alter 5150 in the comments is also saying, I need a mentor to really learn capping. I'm committed and ready to learn. What you say, Nasty?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good, I mean, think about it, $10 a month. You might not be able to sit next to me and know exactly what I'm thinking at that moment. But if you watch me put out my bet slips, you'll start learning the way, and a lot of people are like, I get messages all the time. They go, dude, that is so smart how you push tickets, right? And when I say push tickets, like it just worked perfectly with the Lions. All week, I was live betting or doing regular bets, and then I was adding the Lions as my last leg. Once you get to the last leg of your 2-team parlay, 3-team parlay, then you have options. You can hedge, you could try to middle, or you can let it ride, because you're in position now. You're in position to take control over your money and the sports. You basically have the sports books by the balls, right? Because now they either got to offer you an aggressive cash out, or now you have 3 options to really fuck them if you're in the right position. So yeah, I mean, for $10 a month, you get, how many people do we have on SoBet now?
Right now, I believe there's 58.
So we have 58 guys. And now listen, I'm gonna put this as a disclosure. There's guys that come and they go on SoBet, right? There's cappers or influencers. I don't know what people call themselves. So I can't vouch for everyone that's on there. It's your job to go on there and see how you like. Everyone has their own system. Some people fire. I'm a fucking aggressive person. I follow units. I do bankroll. But when I get up big, I start firing hard, because that's just the way to do it. We could get into that later about the propaganda, because I've been on both sides of this, guys. I've worked for the sports books when I was in Vegas, and now I'm in the streets, right? I've been in the streets my whole life doing sports betting, but I've seen both sides and I know the game of both sides. So that's why I feel like I have a small advantage when it comes to this shit.
Beautiful.
Anything else over there, Bryce?
Not much. I can kind of just explain this really quick for Mick. SoBet app, is it some kind of betting forum? Or essentially, yes, it is a betting forum. It's not like a sports book. You don't gamble on it. It's just you get influence from professional vetted handicappers, sports bettors like Nasty. There's a bunch of sports bettors that you could follow. Yesterday's guest actually gave some of the best advice that I've actually heard for sports betting. And it is, if you're going to stick with a sports bettor or a handicapper, stick with that handicapper for a while, because there are going to be ups and downs. Nasty can probably explain that a little bit more. But
yeah, Bryce, can you pull up my week of October?
Yeah.
Look, I want to show you guys my week of October really quick. Can they still see me or no? Oh, okay, good job.
Yep.
Now I might come out of frame for a minute because I'm coming right over here because I got to be able to see the camera. Let me see. Maybe I could do it right here. But you can see completely transparent, and you can see how aggressive I am. And sometimes, guys, I'm also a loose fucking cannon. Okay, you could see right here. Let me see. What days was it? On October 12th, 13th, and 14th, I completely shit the bed. I would have to go back there. I'm thinking that's the week because I was pushing tickets to fucking Notre Dame. How many of you guys were following me when I was pushing tickets to Notre Dame? And we were like, fucking Notre Dame shit the bed. And then the NFL rigged. I think that was the same weekend that the NFL rigged the Buffalo Patriots. Maybe it wasn't, but that whole week was just shady. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. But then you see, like, I truly believe, let me give you a disclosure on myself. If I wanted to be completely disciplined, I think I can make one day I'm going to do it just to show you guys. I truly believe if I follow a complete system and I keep doing what the fuck I'm doing, I could almost fill up a whole fucking month in green. I could. But the problem is I feel like I'm wasting my opportunity because the NFL is only here 6 months out of the year, maybe 5 months out of the year. And I really want to make fucking $50,000 to $100,000 each year in the NFL. So if you see up there in the top left, right next to October, wherever my fucking finger is, you could see that I'm up 10 grand in the month of October off a 200 unit place. So that's just being transparent. You could take it off now, Bryce. So that's the key, guys. The key in this industry is to find somebody, follow, and listen, I might not be for you. I might be too wild for you. I might be too aggressive for you. You might want to just fucking, like I always tell people, I'm not going to be like a one-legged duck and swim in a fucking circle. I see handicappers and people on social media and shit, they go, hey, we're up fucking 3 units, and they all cheer, everyone claps there. I don't want to fucking do this for 3 units. I want to have nights like we had last night. $1,600 in one night, 8 units up. If I could, I'm hot right now, just so everyone knows. If you want to follow me, this is the week because I truly like all the college games, and I mean, in the college games that I like, and I see a lot of value in a bunch of different spots for the NFL that I think I'm going to hammer. So, I feel like I'm truly hot and I'm on spot right now. So a good time to follow me if you haven't been following me. Bryce, put up and I also have a Discord. So I know there's a lot of young motherfuckers out there that like Discord and all that shit. My son had to help me set that shit up. And I got a real sharp kid that's working with me now. His name's Noah in the Discord. Real sharp, knows what he's doing. But it's a free Discord. You could go in there and we chat about sports. We have about I think we're at 8,200 members in there. So people are coming and going. You know how Discord works. But anyway, that's how it works. So Bryce, I'm going to go over here. We're going to recap fucking last night real quick. Can everybody hear me? All right, look at that fucking. Can you see Snoop Dogg over here? Let me see. Can you see it in the camera? No? Let me see. No, it'd be this one.
I can barely see him. I think I'll ring light.
We got to figure out the camera because I like Snoop Dogg in my. It's fine. No, we'll get to it. All right. So anyway, guys, let's recap and listen. You guys see, and in the comments, guys, do I look real shadowy? Because after this show, I think I'm going to go buy more lighting. I don't like the shadows. Like everything looks shadowy here. Does it look shadowy to you, Bryce?
Oh yeah, the right side of your face is a little shadowy. I think we can adjust that.
Fix that. Yeah, look, my whole body, there's shadows when I move. Anyway, let's recap this, guys. Let's recap this. Let's start right away with the 2 shit fucking games, okay? The 2 shit games where we took Gumby, and did we agree that we're going to call this Wimby kid, whatever the fuck his name is? I think we're going to call him Gumby, right? Gumby and the Suns was a parlay plus 100. I took him. I adjusted his fucking line to only have to score like 13 points. And then I took the Suns. They shit the bed. That was a loss. Then I took, let me see. Then I took the D-backs. Where's the D-backs? I had a really good fucking night last night. So we lost that, and then we took the D-backs and lost that. So we took the Kings money line in hockey. That was plus 130. Then we took the Canucks at, what was the Canucks? I think they were close to, I think they're like minus 130. We took them, money line. We won that. Then I said, you know what? The Kings and the Canucks look good tonight. This is a perfect spot. So we took a plus money, and we took the Canucks at home. So one on the road at plus money and one at home with a little bit of juice. Put them together, and I think that was, let me see, a plus 280. I'll take that every day. We hit that, okay? Then let's see, we had the Knicks money line. That wasn't no sweat, right? They went back and forth. There was no energy in the game really, but that ended up covering for us, and we won that one. So let me see. The Canucks, that's it for that one. And then, do you guys see what I did there, right? I like the Canucks. I like the Kings. Sometimes, how many times have you guys ever been fucking sports betting and you guys put a parlay together? Let's say you put a 3-team, a 4-team parlay together, and then after one leg loses, you look back and you're like, fuck, the other 3 won and they covered, and it cost me money because the one team lost. So my suggestion to you is sometimes play one unit on every game you're using in the parlay, because if you're right, I see so many guys that send me tickets and go, I fucking lost by one leg, Nasty. And I said, well, the other ones won. What'd you do with that? And they said, oh, I just put them in a parlay. Well, you're costing yourself money. If you're going to do a parlay, also do the straight bet. That's my advice to you guys. And that's what happened right there. We took the Kings by themselves. We took the Canucks by themselves. And then I added them into a parlay, and we swept fucking hockey last night. Same thing here. We took Gordon to get 1.5 threes and Allen on the Suns, right? You have Booker who's out. Who else is out? Someone in the comments, tell me who's out. It's Booker and someone else for the Suns are out. Two starters. So I knew immediately the Suns are now at home, right? And 2 starters are out. So that means Allen and Gordon are going to get a lot of playing time. I added those motherfuckers into the parlay. So Gordon, 1.5 threes, Allen, 1.5 threes. I think that was like, no, those were adjusted. So I think it was like plus 100, somewhere around there. We hit that. Then, like I did with the hockey game, I just took Gordon over 2.5 threes, hit that. And then we did, let me see, my biggest play of the night was Allen over 2.5 assists, guys. Allen over 2.5 assists was fucking free money. Even though he made us sweat till around the into the third, fourth quarter, he had 2 assists in the first quarter, right? And you guys saw me, I hammered it. I put like 3 units on it I don't know if I sent that one to the VIP, but I ended up putting 3 units on it. So that one was beautiful, it hit. So anyway, last night we went, I think 7-2 with plus money parlays, plus money fucking single bets. That's the way you do it. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Any questions in the comments, Bryce?
We'll see. We got one that's just not really a comment, or not really a question, but more so a comment. Push tickets to the Lions, listen to you, and got the Raiders at plus 15.5 and middle banked. Smart.
Dude, so, that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. If you want a no risk bet, you push tickets to the fucking Lions, right? And what I even said that on TikTok. That's one of your options. You could push tickets, wait for the Lions to do what they're supposed to do, which they did, right? They scored first. They I think it was 3-0, and then it was 10-0, and then the Raiders ended up scoring. But that's the time that you get it, especially if you think it's going to be a close game. You can now put the exact same amount on the Raiders that you have pending on the Lions, and you double your money, or you break even. That's the way you do it. Haven't you noticed that no other fucking sports outlet ever tries to teach you that? Because they don't want to teach you that. It's all propaganda. The same people, just like the mortgage companies, right? The banks hold, and don't let me get too deep into this, Bryce, but because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole and everyone goes, oh, fuck, this dude's on another level. But the banks back in the day, they had all the gold and they had all the money. And they go, hey, what should we do with this? And there was a couple of politicians and leaders of our country that said, hey, let's build the American dream. Let's start putting out propaganda that you should go get a wife, start a family, and buy this thing called a house, right? A mortgage. And what happens? They give you a 30-year. You know how long 30 years are? That's your fucking 1/3 of your life gone, stuck in a fucking mortgage. And I'm not talking about if you're investing money. I'm talking about just the common dude that works in a factory that now has to pay. You out? All right. I'll talk to you. See, maybe that was a good stopping point because I'll get into this. But it's propaganda. All this propaganda, Bryce, about do this, don't do that. You know who created the bankroll system and the unit system, Bryce?
Who?
The fucking casinos, Bryce. They don't want us. No, listen, they don't want you to come in and be crazy. They don't want some dude to walk in with $100,000 and put it on a fucking game that he loves. Because you know what? That fucking hurts them. They want someone to come in and go, here's 100,000, and you sit there and you play 500, 500, 500, 500, because they get you over the long run. You're going to go on a bad run, and the fucking juice will get you 15%, 30%, whatever it is. That's how they fuck us.
Yep.
So sometimes when you go ahead.
No, you continue. Finish your statement.
No, that's it. I'm just saying the same people that offer us the betting systems and hey, you want to win money, we're going to give you lines and all this other shit, is the same people that are trying to teach you to be calm and collective and use bankroll systems. You should use a bankroll system. Does everyone in the comments use bankroll? Because you should be using a bankroll system. And if everyone doesn't know what a bankroll system is, I can explain it within 5 seconds if you want. If not, just Google it. It's fine.
While I'm waiting for those comments, I was gonna say, while I'm waiting for those comments to come through, shout out I'm Johnny P in the comments. He's asking, how do I get to the VIP, Nasty?
The VIP is very simple. If you have the app, right? Just now you have to go because the technology on SoBet yet hasn't caught up yet, but you got to go to the website. So www.sobet.io, because you got to do it through the website. And then you'll find where you could sign up through the VIP. Once you sign up on VIP, you refresh your app and a new category will show up on the app. That's how you do it. But you got to do it through the website.
I was gonna say, and Johnny P, if you have any problems with anything app-wise, app-related, you can either message Nasty, he can pass it on to us, or you can message the SoBet on any kind of socials, and we'll pass it along as well and help you out whenever things need. Big Mike XXX, what we got tonight?
Tonight, okay, listen, tonight I'm being completely transparent. I don't want to tell anyone live right now, and this is not a sales pitch to get you in the club, right? Because if it's $10. If you can't spend 33 cents to join it anyway and just be with the cool kids, I don't know what to tell you. But listen, I really haven't dug deep into it yet. What I was going to do is I'm going to release the plays around 5 o'clock like I always do. But what I'm going to do right now, and this was part of the show and I was thinking, is I want to go through every game. And I want you guys to help me with this. I want you guys to tell me in the comments if you like it or you don't. And I'm going to give you my thoughts, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on some particular games. But I'm going to go through everyone go get a pen and paper. And we'll see how we did. But I'm going to go through every game, and I'm going to tell you, first I'm going to go through, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to just win the game. So you could do whatever you want with that. And I'm going to leave. Then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what I call the POW, right? The parlay of the week. And I'm going to tell you what I'm leaning at. Do not play anything unless I tell you this is what I'm doing for sure, like I did yesterday, or you see my bet slip on SoBet. So don't do any of that shit. And then I'll go through what I think is going to happen with the spread. How's that? You like that, Bryce?
I fucking love it.
All right, let's go through it. So first, we're at week 9, guys. Everyone get your pen and paper or just listen up. We have the Titans 3-4 going to the Steelers. That game's in Pittsburgh, right? This is not the overseas game.
At Pittsburgh. Overseas is Dolphins.
Oh yeah, that's the Thursday night game. Yeah. So Thursday night game, guys. I think the quarterback's out for the Steelers, right? He's done. We're back to Mitch. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So with that being said, I mean this game. And I could think this can go either way. The one thing, and if you guys have been following me for a long time, how many people do we have in the chat, Bryce?
We're repping at about 35.
Okay, 35 people. Guys, you're going to be blessed because everyone who's in the chat, somehow you need to be able to message me. I don't know how you can message me, or you say, hey, Nasty, give me the list of what the fuck you were talking about. Or maybe I'll just put it in my VIP and in the Discord. But I'm going to give you a list. It's a fast, easy list of what a trap line looks like, especially in the NFL. And right now, the Steelers -2.5 is a little trappy. Listen, they're at home. And all they're really trying to tell the public is, listen, the Steelers are at home. They're about even, right? What do we got? We got a 4-3 team against a 3-4 team. All Steelers need is a field goal to win the game. And if I was wrong, didn't the Titans cover last week? I think they were dogs at home and they won outright, didn't they, Bryce?
Correct. That was Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins going God.
Oh, yeah, that was. Yep. So right here, I'm leaning strong with the fucking Titans, and obviously the play's tomorrow, but you guys will be looking at me to be taking the Titans +2.5, and I think the Titans can just win this game. The second one, Dolphins at Chiefs. Now, guys, this is the one that's like overseas, right, Bryce?
Unfortunately, the Dolphins do have to go to Germany.
Okay, the Dolphins are going to Germany. Guys, I know you guys are going to love the fucking Chiefs, but the Chiefs in a bounce back game in Germany, I think this has Dolphins written all over it. And I know a lot of people go, Nasty, you just hate the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. I don't. I think the NFL uses the Chiefs as a pawn. Same thing as Buffalo, because these are the two teams that they use Buffalo as the big favorite that can never cover or fucking win a big game, right? They always win. Anyway, I don't want to go down that hole because I'll start ramping and rumbling about it, but I think the Dolphins win this game. The Dolphins haven't had a signature win, right? They've lost to the Bills and they lost to the Eagles. I think that the Chiefs enter their bye week and an 0-2 fucking two-game skid. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I mean, they're both 6-2. I think that the Chiefs look like shit against Denver. That was a dead spot for them, a divisional game on the road. They've been doing really good. And I gave out live bet the Chiefs. The Denver that game. So I'm 100% taking the Dolphins. Just so you guys know.
When it's low laying points, like Dolphins are +1.5, are you leaving those points at the door?
When it's what? Oh yeah.
Like
I'm just gonna take
+1.5.
I mean, which one? The Dolphins +1.5?
Yeah. Are you just gonna leave those points at the door and just take money line?
No. If they were like at home, I would probably leave them at the door. But I will take the Dolphins because there's always that one game. Hang on, guys. See, this is a real show. I'm live right now. Okay, bye. I just like doing that to her because I always tell her that she's interrupting everything. Anyway, no, I'm going to take the Dolphins +1.5 just because this could be one of those weird games where like, oh my God, this fucking game just came down to 1 point or, and I want that little fucking, like I could see the score being 31-30 or something, So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the 1.5. The next game, Cardinals going to the Browns. Listen, the Cardinals just traded away fucking Dobbs, right? Dobbs is now a Viking, which, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. But I think this is a good spot for the Browns. I think they handle their business, -8.5 with the new quarterback on the other side. Guys, it's fucking cold over here. I don't know where you guys are from. It is cold. Cleveland is right next to Detroit. And it is cold over here. Those Arizona Cardinal guys are not going to want to come into this fucking weather right now, being in the nice little sunny state and shit. Give me the fucking Browns to cover 8.5. Am I doing spread or am I just doing money line? What does everyone want? The spread or money line? What are you seeing over there, Bryce? Did I lose Bryce? I think I lost Bryce. All right, we'll just keep going then. Hang on. Let's see. I don't know where he's going. I don't know where he went. You back on, Bryce? I think we're losing everyone. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The whole computer's going crazy.
Give me 1 second. You keep going. You keep going.
Okay. I'm just going to keep going with the spread, guys. So let's just recap real quick. I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. Oh, I missed the Vikings and Falcons. I think Dobbs comes in and does a good job. I think everyone thinks that I don't think the Vikings win, but they might cover that. So I'm going to take Vikings plus 4.5. I'm not big on this Falcons team. But listen, guys, these are just leans, and that's not even a favorite play. But I am going to take the Browns minus 8.5. We have Rams going to the Packers. Give me the Rams. These I thought Love was going to be a little bit different. He's not. This guy's turning out to be a straight bum, bro, like complete bum. So give me the Rams plus 3. Then Washington at New England. Give me the Patriots minus 3.5. That's another thing that I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm going to put my full list into my VIP, guys. If you're not in the VIP, go get it. When you see a home team at minus 3.5, Vegas is almost trying to push you to the other side, especially if you're kind of know what you're doing. And guys, this is not me just talking out of my ass. This is me tracking shit for weeks into weeks of going back almost 10 years and checking out these lines and knowing that these hit at a profitable rate. And what I'm talking about is that they almost want the public to feel safe. Like, hey, this could be a coin flip, and I'm going to take Washington. And if Washington can stay within a field goal, I win by the hook. I win by a hook. And I truly believe Vegas does this for the casual bettor, right? You want to come up and go, well, who do I take? Patriots, Washington. And listen, when I worked with the sports books, you see it all the time. Guys come up to the window and they go, hey, who's playing? And you go, well, there's a whole slate going on right here. And they go, well, what can I win for $100? Well, pick whatever in the fuck you want right here, buddy. And he's like, well, how about this? And I'm like, well, if you put 100 on them just to win, you're only going to win $20. And then they'll change their mind within a second and they pick a different fucking game. Like, anyway, so I'll go into the VIP later. But so give me New England minus 3.5. I do like that. Bears at Saints. Again, Saints minus 7.5. Guys, this is the same thing I'm talking about. Vegas is parking the line, and I don't know if the line's going to move or not, but the Saints minus 7.5 is telling me that they're going to take care of business. Now, if Vegas put Saints minus 6.5, it makes me pause for a second to go like, wait, they're not good enough to cover a touchdown at home. When, I start looking at it a little differently, but I think the Saints defense will do the exact same thing as what you saw the Bears run into with the Chargers. And the Chargers don't even have a good defense, in my opinion. If you're a good quarterback with some playmakers, and the Chargers made the Bears look completely one-dimensional. Not two, but the next one. Seahawks, 5-2 at the Ravens, minus 5.5. I don't know what to do with this. You think that the Ravens are just Pete Carroll and Geno and that defense they seem to be they're either winning the fucking game or they're always in the game. I think they could be in that. I think they could, if they don't win the game, which I don't expect them to, and I would never take the Seahawks at Baltimore, but Seahawks plus 5.5 looks really good. And again, these are just leans. Buccaneers at Texans. I think Baker Mayfield and the boys will try to figure it out. I think they get a win on the road there. I do like that money line. But I'll probably take the points, just so you know. But we'll see what happens. Colts at Panthers. I think the Panthers already got their win, right? That was a nice little win last week. I think the Colts can give me the Colts plus 3. No, it's minus 3. I'd probably buy, I hate playing games, guys, that are betting on games where it's either like a push or a tie or whatever. So 3, 7, all that, I don't like. So, that game could go either way, but I guess give me Colts minus 3. Giants at Raiders. Give me the Giants. The Raiders are complete trash. Maybe they bounce back. I don't know. But right now, everything looks like shit. They just lost their head coach. They lost their GM. Did you know that, Bryce?
I didn't know they lost. I knew they lost. I knew the head coach got fired. I didn't know their GM got fired.
I think the GM got fired. Can someone in the comments let us know that? Did the GM get fired too? And then you have Sunday night, one of the biggest games, one of the biggest rivals in NFL history, NFC. You have the Cowboys going into fucking Philadelphia. Now listen, the Cowboys are 5-2. The Eagles are 7-1. The Cowboys lost, embarrassed. They got embarrassed, right? In San Fran. I think the Cowboys need to find a way. And guys, just so you know, and I'm not a hater, I'm a fucking Eagles fan. I've been an Eagles fan since 1978. I was born into this shit. And I think this is a spot that the Dallas Cowboys can win a game, okay? I think they win this game right here. Eagles -3. I think it could go either way, but I think the Cowboys find a way to get that win. And then what do we got? Sunday at 8. Oh, no, it's Cowboys. So the late game is Bills at Bengals. They got Bengals -2. I mean, I don't know. That's going to be a tough game. I mean,
yeah, I'm seeing 1.5 at least on FanDuel right now, but
yeah, I'm just looking at like Yahoo's app. So I mean, I know the lines are close, but you never know. I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, if you're holding me over a cliff, I guess I'd take the home team. I don't know what to do right there. And then you have the Chargers at the Jets. The Jets have been squeaking by shit to keep a record. And I truly believe this is the NFL's plan. And I don't know, you know, you guys know sometimes I say the fucking NFL's rigged, the NFL's tampered with. But watching Aaron Rodgers come back on the field like 3 weeks later, he's always on the Pat McAfee show, right? He's always on there. They're always talking. Now he's throwing the fucking football and says, I want to be ready for – don't be surprised if the fucking Jets get one game away from making the playoffs, and here comes fucking John Wayne, known as Aaron Rodgers, to save the day. I mean, it's unbelievable at 40 – well, how old is he? 43? How old is Aaron Rodgers? Do you know how old he is?
He is 39.
39 years old. Almost 40-year-old man tears his fucking Achilles, and somehow he's on the field throwing passes 3 weeks later. I don't know. It just looks weird. And maybe it wasn't 3 weeks, but
he'll be 40 by the time his birthday is December 2nd, so he will be 40 probably by the time he comes back.
It's unbelievable. I don't even know what to do. It makes me feel like the shit's fake just to bring some drama and some life into this shit. But I don't know. Maybe he's a fucking stud, I guess. I mean, I seen guys that tore their Achilles and they're not walking till next year. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But anyway, Chargers at Jets. What do we got? Chargers -3. I think the Chargers take care of business on Monday night, but we'll get there. We'll see how the week unfolds. And when I say that is I want to see the other two primetime games. I want to see how, if the dogs are barking or how the refs are officiating the other games. We'll see what happens. But right now, that's what I think, okay? If you're asking me, and after this, guys, I got to go. Great show. Bryce, thank you. Everyone in the comments, guys, listen, help us grow the show. Make sure you share this out to your buddies, share it into Facebook, go into other sports forums and say, hey, check out Nasty's show. It's pretty cool, because I promise you, now that I'm on this mission, I'm never going to stop. I'm just going to keep growing this fucking dungeon. I'm going to have a bunch of fun shit back here. We're going to have professional dancers, right? Is that what we're calling them, Bryce? Professional dancers? Yes. Fucking love it. No one could get mad at professional dancers, right? And if they try to say anything, we just talk shit back to them like, how are you guys degrading these professional dancers, right?
Everybody's got to make a living.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said everybody's got to make a living.
Yeah, everyone's got to make a living. So we're going to have all kinds of shit on here. Don't be surprised if I bring a fucking tiger in this bitch. Now, I don't know how close I'm going to be. How many of you guys would love to see me get mauled by a tiger? That would be cool, right? That's got to bring some views, wasn't it?
Right, exactly. While you're taking that drink real quick, I just had someone in the comments ask me for the Discord one last time. I just threw it up on the screen. If you can't tap it, because sometimes you can't tap it, but 99% of the time you can, and it'll pop up in the chat that you can tap as well. But take a screenshot, and your phone will recognize that QR code immediately.
I think, does it, Bryce, does it show the URL? I think it's just like the Discord, and then it's like Nasty Sports, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's not too hard to remember.
Yep, and then second thing is on SoBet, Nasty on SoBet as well. If you haven't joined SoBet, there's a second QR code I just threw in the chat and popped up on the screen. You can scan that, and it'll automatically put in Nasty's code in the SoBet, so you don't even have to type in a code. And I believe the code's Nasty Nation.
Now, guys, also later on, Bryce, we'll put up all my social sites too, so that they can find me on TikTok. I'm very active on TikTok. I haven't been super active on like Twitter or X. I just think it's weird. Like, I think Twitter it's cool, but it's just like me ranting, like going, oh, I can't believe this fucker dropped the pass. It's not, I mean, I don't know if you guys like that. I know the younger generation loves it, but it feels like, anyway, the TikTok is where I explore my fucking weird personalities. So if you want to go see my schizophrenia characters on there, you're more than welcome. But anyway, the last thing I'm going to do, and listen, guys, all these are leans. I'm not saying I'm taking this right now, and I'm going to put out our other plays later, but my parlay of the week, which is called a POW. And the POW, guys, I'm not even looking at juice. I'm not looking at fucking what is the line is. I'm just looking at, give me 3 teams that I think should win, right? And it happened last week. I gave you guys the Cowboys, Cowboys, Dolphins, and Lions. And we smashed, right? I wanted to put more, but I was a little gun shy because I don't want to take you guys down the rabbit hole of fucking death with me. But last week it hit. So if I'm looking at this week, and this is just a lean, all right? Wait, let's get back to it. I went to the fucking NBA. Where's it at? The 3 teams that I think should win, right? And I'm not talking spread. I'm talking just win. I'm going to go with, it's actually a little tougher than you think. I'm going to go with the Browns, right? I'm going to go with the Browns. I'm going to go with the Saints. I don't think the Bears are going to beat the Saints at home. That Saints defense is tough. Now, the offense, here's the other problem, though. The fucking Derek Carr, right? Him and his brother have always sucked money from me. I don't know if they work for the NFL or what the fuck's going on with those two. But it feels like if I ever bet with them, I lose my ass. But if I bet against him, he throws for 472,000 yards and 20 touchdowns. It's one of those dudes that he fucking kills me every time. But Saints, Browns, and man, it's actually a tough slate just to say like this team should win because there's some dead spots. Like the Packers are due to fucking win a game. I don't know. I'll tell you this, the parlay of the week is going to be a fucking nice plus 300 probably because I'm probably, if you really want to know the truth, I'm probably going to go with the Dolphins over the Chiefs. And I know you guys are going to go, what the fuck, this dude in the Chiefs, right? But I'm going to take the Dolphins because I love the spot right there. They haven't had a signature win. They have to have a signature win. And this is a perfect spot. But then you look on the other side and you go, is the NFL really going to send Pat Mahomes over this overseas where he's basically the new Tom Brady and let him lose overseas? I don't know. So you got to play that fucking factor. So maybe Dolphins, Rams, Ravens. There you go. Dolphins, Rams, Ravens. How's that? It sounds like shit. Let me get off now, guys. Thank you guys for following. Go ahead.
I was going to say Dolphins, Rams, Ravens. I mean, moneyline parlay is a plus 616,
No, and I'm going to add one more to that. That's why I said this week's parlay of the week. Once I dive in and I try to follow the storyline and I see where the dead spots are, it's probably going to be like a plus 800 fucking parlay. So you guys might want to follow that one.
Yeah, definitely follow along.
I'm coming back to the middle, Bryce. But guys, thank you. We did about an hour-long show. I don't know if that's too long. What do you guys like? You guys like an hour-long show, or should I do 30 minutes? What do they all say in the comments, Bryce? Really quick. Yep, what do you guys want to see in the comments? Yeah.
Let's see. Let's take a look here.
Because I can cut this shit down. Sometimes I feel like I'm just rambling. And soon, guys, I'm going to be bringing on tons of other guests. We're going to have, if you guys were here yesterday, we had Rainmaker, my buddy Jay. He's a genius at fantasy and stats. We're going to have him on a regular basis, probably Wednesdays and Fridays, leading us into the week, letting you know who you should drop off, who you should pick up, shit like that, what defense you should start, all the fantasy bullshit. And then I'm going to always have guests. I'm always going to be looking for guests to come on the show. If you want to challenge me at saying that, hey, I think I could pick better than Nasty. We're going to do segments like that. So we'll see what happens. What is everyone saying there, Bryce?
We got Long Money Larry, play it by ear. Gelfer's saying it's perfect, but Gelfer's also coming in saying he wants a 90-minute show because he loves rambling. And then
Oh, he loves rambling. Okay.
he loves the rambling. Swaggy Germ Boy is just saying 30 minutes to an hour, which I also kind of in the agreement with Swaggy and Long Money Larry is like 30 minutes to an hour, playing it by ear. You know, this was a good show, so we went a little long today. And, you know, if we run out of shit to talk about, I'm sure it'll get shorter.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I ever feel like I already said enough, and look, guys, listen, soon I'll get my shit together and I'll be more prepared, and I'm going to be able to give you guys, we'll recap the show, and I'll give you some picks, because some people just are like, hey, I don't want to join so bad. I don't want to do anything. So every day I'll give you like 2-3 picks. I can't give you the full slate because it wouldn't be fair to everyone, but I'll give you 2-3 picks. It's not the smartest thing to do because sometimes I find shit later out in the day when I see where the money's moving. I see some breaking news. I see some, you know. So the best thing to do is just pay the $10. It's 33 cents a day, and then you're on the team. But all right, guys, I appreciate you guys. You know, just let's see where this show goes. And like I said, I am going to find some entertainment, and we'll go from there. All right, Bryce.